What's good? It's your boy, Big Kalo. Done this intro like 100 times, so hopefully this one is gonna stay. Okay. I'm out here in my new studio setup and editing this podcast, doing some recording, working on this demo. Just wanted to kind of update everybody on what that gap was from my last video to now, what's been happening. And let me just run through it from February. Recorded with Tanner Peterson. Shout out to him. The podcast was excellent. Recorded another podcast in Modest Music Studios that we had to scrap because of the video/recording equipment, going awry, but that's fine. Be able to record that again in the future. Cut ties with my last studio that I was recording at. Still shout out to Cloud 6. Just from creative differences, issues, and whatnot. Still friendly. Just wanted to kind of start branching off, do some other work in other studios. Went to DNA Studios, recorded a couple times there, and then just to mitigate, running around, doing a bunch of different, getting in contact with other people while my fiance was pregnant wasn't the best move. So kind of wanted to centralize my whole operation, kind of started building a little setup, ordering equipment, invested, had some old equipment from a studio when I was younger, and yeah, after some rearranging, swapping out some pieces here and there, throwing some pieces away, breaking stuff, I got my setup here throughout the summer. Just got this rearranged a few weeks ago, and after my baby being born, just taking care of her, being able to still go to work through, the COVID shutdowns has been a blessing as well. And yeah, now I'm at the point where I can record, edit all my music, been working on this little 6-pack project I got coming out. And yeah, hopefully by the end of this year, I'll have streaming going on. I'll be shooting music videos, small scale, safe, socially distanced projects, and yeah, until stuff starts going back open so I can go back on stage along with my other buddies and perform this new music I've been working on. So other than that, shout out to Juan. He sent me a bunch of beats still. Juan on the beat. Hit him up if you need some music. He, he's been plugging me just off the strength ever since, he first heard of me. I first heard of him. We linked up. So, big salute to him. We have another co-project he produced on that I'm going to start recording on soon. So, yeah, it's going to be bangers. It's going to be bangers all around. And so I linked up with my homeboy Trey here that I'm about to have, come on in and interview. And, yeah, everything's just been moving in a direction to where once everything does open up, I'm going to have a collective of hardworking, smart, talented people that, will be able to make a lot of noise with, and I'm excited for. So, let's see if there's anything else I got to think of real quick off the brain. Just working hard, trying to get the studio up and running, trying to get people out here, trying to go perform soon once everything opens back up again. So, I'm going to say, without further ado, the What You Want podcast, my boy Trayaye. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, my name, Big Kalo, a.k.a. Shaq Unleaded, and we are here with the What You On podcast, back again. How you feeling, man?
I'm cooling, man. I'm chilling.
This man right here, I got to the side of me, we got my boy Trey Jones. Trey, what's good, bro?
Yeah, I'm cooling, man. Shit. Hey, I'm excited that I got to meet you and I got a chance to do this because I like people with the vision. You got the vision.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, the last podcast I recorded was in February, and there was so much shit that went on since then, obviously. But yeah, like you said, now that we met up and now that we're here, and our boys at Triple Falls Productions, shout out to y'all behind the camera.
Shout out to
Came
them
over,
boys.
set this shit up for an hour, and yeah, turn this place to a studio. It's fucking solid. Yeah, super solid.
That's lit. Wait till people get to see this. Wait till y'all get to see this.
Hell yeah. But so we'll start out, a little update. I was just jumping around the studio with my iPhone, recording a couple episodes. But I wanted to step my game up a little bit instead of trying to hassle people. Hey, let me come sit in your studio for 2 hours, do this shit, kick them out of their studios and shit. So that wasn't working out. So
I had some equipment from back in the day. So just started buying some more stuff. Built it out here in a pool shed, essentially a pool club, and yeah, now we're back up and running. I'm gonna hit up my visual dudes as much as possible, but until then, I'm gonna try to drop podcasts more frequently and more scheduled out. But other than that, let's get to my boy Trey Jones. Trey,
Yes,
what the
sir.
fuck you on, bro?
Man, nothing. You know, I'm doing me. Trying to do me at least. You feel me? I'm back on my music stuff. So,
Yeah,
you know, that's
what's up.
important. That's important because, you know, when I'm not feeling as good and confident and stuff, you know, I kind of lay back off of the music.
Yo, yeah, definitely.
Once I get that back, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to do this.
No, it's weird. I feel that same parallel where it's like I'll feel, shitty. I'll feel depressed. I'll feel, any of those negative feelings. And then I realize, oh, I haven't been practicing guitar. I haven't been recording. I haven't been writing anything.
Yeah, none of that shit.
And then, once you find the time to hop back into it, it seems like it straightens life up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So the way this works, I kind of briefed you on it, but we're going to go way back, take it, since, we've hung out, but we haven't had a chance to, chat, communicate. Yeah, throw it all the way back.
That's
so
cool.
This will be cool on both ends for the content and for, us building whatever we're about to do.
Yeah,
so we're going to take it back to your first musical memory as a child, singing, hearing music in the house. Maybe if your parents, what they were listening to type shit.
What's that? I remember, like, I just used to love music so much, as far back as I can remember. I say I probably really got into music about second, third grade.
Okay. Right
when
on.
I was listening to all types of music because I'd be around my grandparents and I'd be around my mom and my dad listened to different type of music.
What was their record collection?
Okay. we from Kansas City. My dad started a family from Kansas City and my mom's side from Minnesota. Okay. So he loved the Tech Nine music. He rapped himself. So I was just around it all the time.
Oh,
yeah, he used to make us write rhymes and do stuff like that.
I'm gonna have my daughter doing that shit. I'm putting the pad and the paper next to her in the crib and shit.
Yeah, but then back in the day, it was hard to say anything that like no swearing and stuff like that. So we had to be positive the whole time. But
I was
trying to make it sound good.
I wish I had that because I had to hide all my raps and shit from my parents growing up. Yeah, especially because I was a little demon kid. I was rapping about goofy shit.
Yeah,
getting real Eminem-y and real horrorcore type shit.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, whenever they would see that, like I remember my mom crying when she found a rhyme book of mine. She's like, "Oh my god, this stuff you're writing!"
Oh my goodness,
it's hilarious.
Just because they're not reading how you
exactly, and that was like homies. Like I'd have homies find little papers of mine and be like, "Oh, what's this goofy shit?" And then I'd rap it for them. They'd be like, "Oh, damn, I see you." All right, so your dad being a rapper himself, being from Kansas City, Tech Nine, you're pretty much in, the perfect jump off point to get interested in hip hop music. And was there anything besides hip hop that was around, like that you can remember at all, like old jazz or blues, Motown music, anything like that, or was it pretty much just hardcore hip hop?
I mean, I only really heard the hip hop shit like when I was with my family, either with my family or like in the car or something like that. But we used to go downtown to the plaza all the time when we would hear like the jazz music and shit, and it's good for the background and shit.
Right.
I just wasn't interested in it, but I'm interested in whatever sound good. To be honest.
Yeah, there's something that hits your ear and then draws your attention. Then there's no telling why, no reason why that is.
Yeah, so as long as it sounds good, that's.
Hell yeah. Okay, so growing up a little bit, what music did you start like listening to heavy? Where you're like, maybe looking stuff up on the computer.
I was heavy on Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Okay.
I grew up in that era. So
would you find them MTV when the videos would drop, or did you have any of the Carter 2s or?
I heard all the Carters. I listened to all of them once I figured out who he was. I'm trying to remember exactly when I figured out who he was. I can't remember how old I was when I found out, but once I did,
it was game over.
Game over. Favorite rapper. Then 50 Cent popping up for me. I know that was around when I was in the third grade.
Yeah. And it's cool because that time frame kind of overlaps because like toward the beginning of 50 was like towards the middle of Wayne and through another one of his evolutions because. Yeah, because 50 came out, 03, 04, like early 2000s?
Yeah, it was something like that.
And that was around when the Carter 2 dropped, I'm pretty sure, so.
Yeah, it was around something like that.
I just remember that's when MTV started showing hella music videos, and that's how I fell in love
with it.
Yeah,
me too. By the fifth grade, MTV had all the videos. They had the countdowns.
I remember going to my grandma's basement and shit. Yeah,
I used to wait for the Lil Wayne videos to come on. Pop bottles.
Fireman.
Pop.
Fireman videos, yo. That was my shit.
Pop bottles.
Hell yeah. All right, so from there, how old were you around there, you think? When you fell into your Lil Wayne phase? And how far do you think that carried you?
I think I was around, I said like 11.
11? Okay.
Something like that.
11, 12, all right.
Yeah, something like that. And I don't know. I just love his music so much. I don't know, bro. It's just like his swagger, all that type of shit.
Well, that's the thing. He's versatile too. He can spit, but he can swag out, and then he could,
rock out.
Yeah, exactly.
All that. Yeah, so that's
best rapper alive, man. There's a reason.
Yeah,
there's a fucking reason.
That's
all right.
What's up.
But anyway, so you get into your about teenage years. What were you listening to around then? Because I know my taste.
Teenage years.
My taste sort of started shifting around there musically. Started, getting on the computer, developing, finding more artists you like and shit.
Yeah, see, by my teenage years, I started listening to all types of like genres. Like I would listen to like pop songs and stuff like that just because it'll be on the radio.
Yep.
And I'm just hearing that stuff. We'll go to dances, like school dances and stuff, and you're hearing all the mainstream music. Right. So you ain't got no choice to jam to it almost because you're hearing it so much.
Yeah, and you start remembering lyrics. You don't even know why.
Yeah, everybody else turning up to it. You like, why not? Yeah, so that's when I started listening to like all types of music.
Hell yeah.
Just started expanding with it, but really it was mainly hip hop.
Yeah,
Chief Keef, when Chief Keef came out, it was over with. It was over with.
No, yeah, because that's still high school era, like 15, 16. Yeah, is when he started dropping like that was before Finally
I think
Rich.
It was like 14.
Yeah, because I remember, I had a homie show me Love Sosa, I Don't Like. I heard the I Don't Like remix first, and I was like, yo, this shit's crazy.
Funny ass story. Hey, he go laugh that I'm talking about this, but my homie Sudan, his name's Sudan Jock. I remember.
Shout out Sudan. I know Sudan.
Yeah, you know who Sudan is?
Big tall motherfucker.
Yeah, that's my homie. Yeah, that's my homie. So I remember him coming up to us. This was our freshman year.
Right.
I remember him coming up to us, and then he like always jam out to the new music or whatever. So he put the headphone on my ear, like, hey, listen to this. This is like Chief Keef. And I'm like this. I'm being stubborn as hell. I'm like, wait, do I try to hear like Chief Keef? And he like, bro, this shit go hard. He like, listen to it. I'm like, well, I'm not trying to listen to it, So then eventually I end up seeing like the Don't Like video. I'm hearing everybody play it. Yep. Then I see the video. And I'm like, oh, this dude hard, So then I was like, oh, he wasn't lying. Hey, I should have put it in my ear.
They changed rap with that one for real.
Yeah. It
was crazy because I remember like I know a lot of people during college, they got really into Chief Keef and stuff. They started listening to the old shit super heavy.
He had his time. He went crazy with it.
Yeah, around 14, 15. Because I remember that was around when, what was that? Like Earned It and shit started coming out, like with the elevator videos. And Chicago, they had a real moment back then. I remember falling into
them
that.
Niggas out there are really crazy too.
The videos. Like you see all those disclaimers, there's only props in the video and shit. Not out there.
Them boys
they
don't
know what props
there,
are. All right. So from there, I'm guessing around that time, is that where you started getting like the idea, I like rap this much. Why don't I start dabbling with it myself?
Funny because like Sudan was the first one that started rapping, and he had a song that was really supposed to be him, but some other niggas hop on it, and then so boom, that's what it was, and it was called Teed Up. And
I was in the room when that song was getting written and recorded, bro. Yeah.
Bro.
That came out.
After I heard that, I was like, "Oh yeah,
I'm teed up."
Yeah, and I always loved music. I just had I had nowhere to do the shit. I had no room, to do the shit at the time. But once I found the time and I found the people,
it was funny because I was running around with his homies BLMG and them. Mm-hmm. I was writing raps with them because it was in between. I was in between job and just quitting school and shit.
Yep.
And I've been always writing raps, and so I hopped in with them, and they took me in because I could rap my ass off.
Yeah,
like, who the fuck is this? I was running with him, and I remember being in the room when he was like writing his verse, kind of whispering into himself.
You was there when they started.
I was there like when he was writing it. He was like, "I tell you to fucking a bitch." I was like, "Yo, that's gonna go crazy. That's gonna go crazy. Record that." Yeah,
bro. And I remember. When I heard that shit, bro, I'm like, bro, this shit is banging.
It was funny because if you look at the album on SoundCloud that it was on, I think it was called Band of Brothers. Like one of them has like 300, 400. That one had like 10K plays on it and shit. I was like, yo, yeah, it was definitely.
It did some numbers.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely. I knew it was gonna make moves because and everybody else verse was pretty solid too.
Yeah,
like,
it held it down. That's what I'm saying. Man, but Breezy, he the one that teed that motherfucker up.
From there, you're like, I can do one of
that's
these.
really when I wanted to start like recording. That's when I'm like, all right, now I gotta do it.
Right.
I'm like, I just heard how crazy, like for real, like in my head, whole time I'm like, I know it's gonna sound good. I just haven't recorded yet. You know what I mean? So once he did that and he heard, I'm like, yeah, I need to do it.
Yeah,
that's kind of what inspired me to do.
That's crazy because that was like an inspirational moment for me because like just hearing that song get recorded and it was literally 7 dudes in a small ass bedroom with the mic and the laptop set up. I was like, this is magic right here.
Getting it done.
Magic. I know it was pretty wild because everybody was kind of teeing up around that time, so it wasn't too productive, but it was a good jumping point for everybody, to kind of build from there and shit.
Yeah, facts.
You remember your first verses you wrote, what they were about and shit?
First verse.
So yeah, because that was about 2015, 2016 around there then, right?
My first verse. Like I said, my first verse would have been when I was in like the 5th grade or whatever, when my dad was making me do my raps and shit.
Yeah, that's right.
But
okay.
I don't really remember those raps just because
I try to forget my old raps too.
But my first song ever recorded was 2016.
Okay, right.
I did it at Belt's crib, if you know who Belt's is.
Hell yeah, shout out Andy Belt's, that's the boy. I recorded my second podcast there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, good dude. I fuck with him.
Oh yeah, he's super solid.
Yeah. So anyways, he had a homie record, and it was the first time I was in a booth, so I'm feeling good. And the song was called Drop It Low.
Drop It Low.
Yeah, I got it.
Shit.
Remember, I think I played it for you. I told you it was the very first song that I recorded.
Okay,
that's where I did it at, and he ended up just sending me that song. Yeah, that's for a long time. I didn't like connect with him. Like after that day, after I recorded and shit like that, like I don't know what ended up happening, but we ended up like not talking for a while. It wasn't nothing bad. It was just like we just was doing our own thing. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but yeah, that was the very first song that I recorded, and then I got to meet Jake around 2017.
Oh yeah, so like about a year after that.
Yeah, Jake had come down here from St. Paul, or whatever, and
yeah, because wasn't he doing?
He wasn't living here though. He was still in Inver Grove, I think, or something like that.
Okay, right.
Yeah, and then so that's when I met Jake or whatever, and then he was playing this shit at the parties, and boom, he ended up moving down here. We linked up, and then the rest was history. We made our first song. We made Watching Me the first night we recorded together.
No, hell yeah, for sure. I was gonna say, was that moment just completely random? You were in, he walked in with friends, mutual friends situation.
He had a spot rented out, up by Charlie's on Madison, if you know what I say.
Okay.
Yeah. So he had a place rented out, and like it was a little studio area in this building in the basement area, kind of.
Oh, that's hard. So hell yeah.
He was already there, and he hit me up like, "Hey, come through the spot." Boom. So I'm like, "All right, bet." Get to record and see what he. Well, I really didn't think I was gonna record. He just told me to slide through.
Right.
So now I slid through. Boom. I just had my ride leave because he like ended up saying like, "You trying to record?" Like I'm like, "Yes." Made my ride leave basically,
and he did all his own engineering and shit too, right?
Yeah, he's been doing that for a long time, and that's why the sound is getting better and better.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's just half of why he's making so much noise, just because the sound he's able to cultivate by recording himself, it fits perfectly like with the sound of music that's going on today, and just how it works with his voice and like his personality and how he jumps around and shit.
Yeah, that's who he is. So.
No, hell yeah. Shout out to Jake Gillen, man. I know
that's the guy.
Remember, what was he on, episode 3? Episode 2 or some shit of your guys' podcast? Number 2.
Number 2?
I remember that. No, definitely. Because he makes a lot of noise around Mankato.
When they did that.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That was a nice ass interview.
Man, small ass world. How we all come together again, right? But all right. So I know from there that was kind of your jumping off to starting to do shows, right? Because I don't know if he was doing plenty of shows before.
Yeah,
2016 area, or
he was. I'm pretty sure. He was already kind of connected.
Because I remember, I think around 2018, I saw he did an interview up in the city somewhere that, you know, made it to my phone before I even like knew who he was super heavy. So
yeah, yeah, I didn't. He was already doing shows, and then so basically, after our first project that we did together, we had enough music to perform and stuff. But we, you know, that's when I started performing with him. He like, hey, come on. But it wasn't right away type shit.
Right.
So,
What was
I
that?
didn't expect him to do that either.
What was that first stage show like? What was your first experience getting up? And
we did that at what's the spot downtown?
Was it What's Up or Red Rocks?
What's Up?
Yep.
Yeah, and it was smooth. I fucked with it. I was a little nervous too. You know, first time performing. And
were you just mainly hype man stuff, ad libs, or?
Well, I had songs with Jake by that point that people was actually fucking with, so they wanted to see me perform it. You know what I mean?
Right on. Hell yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to perform. He wanted me to perform. We had some bangers together, so we had to. You know?
Hell yeah, for sure.
That's the only way it was.
They went up right away, or was there some learning curve stuff where?
Yeah, it was a lot of learning along the way. Just like having more poise to myself.
Yeah. Just more stage presence, just figuring out how to move around and shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? All that type of stuff, having that bass in my voice and like,
I
don't know, adjusting to different songs because we do different type of vibes and stuff. So
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, because I think that's one thing where, you know, you rap for so long. I remember rapping for just 10 years straight, like at homies' cribs and stuff, at house parties. Yeah. But then when you actually have the mic going and the PA system going, then you got to worry about holding the mic in a certain spot where it doesn't feedback with the speakers or yelling into it and shit like that.
Trying to get the crowd involved, all type of stuff.
Exactly.
You know, you want the crowd to actually be feeling you. Yeah. You know, otherwise you feel like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's just making the crowd rock.
Well, it's funny because like the way like these shows were set up, how they were just showcases, like I feel like it would be better suited in either a more packed bar or kind of advertised in a different way to where it was more like a concert experience. Because, you know, not many people are that hardcore hip hop fans in the area to where they'd want to go and watch rappers unless you rap yourself, you know? That was the main thing I noticed from those shows, which I can't hate on. That was my main form of performance like these past 3-4 years. So yeah,
that's why Jake does all type of music, you know. So then it pleases everybody.
Yeah,
most of the people.
One person, if you get one person jumping around each song for a different song, shit. You must be doing something right.
Usually we see people jumping around, so that's a good sign.
No, definitely. Well, yeah, even the last Red Rock show I would see you guys at, you guys had the crowd going nuts and packed out, especially like setting up an 18+ show like for his charity shit. That was hard, yeah.
Yeah, raised some good money for that too. So
that's what's up. Shout out. So linking up with him, you get to meet his manager Eric and Waterwave and
I kind of already knew Eric though.
Oh, okay.
Because Eric had went to the school across town from me. Went to Mankato East. I went to Mankato West.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Yeah, so I already knew Eric, but we really linked up when he started the Waterwave shit. So.
Yeah, can you kind of throw me through that history? Because I've like peeped a little bit on the internet. I just don't know much about it or looked into it at all.
Yeah. Hey, Eric started from the bottom. I'm gonna tell you that boy.
Yeah, he
started from the bottom.
He seems like crazy. He hustles for sure.
Yeah, bro. I remember when he first brought the first Waterwave poster over. Like he had everybody sign that motherfucker.
Yeah,
so me and Jake was like one of the first ones to sign it.
That's it. Was fuck. Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's when he started bringing the camera around. You know, doing the little podcast stuff, and then he would like record some shit, and then you know he just basically just started expanding his brand to all types of shit. You know, selling merch, and the merch is hard.
I just bought the fucking ski mask the other day.
Bro, the quality, the merch is hard, and it's legit, bro. So yeah, go get that Waterwave.
Shout out,
yeah, for sure, bro. Go get that.
All right, so from there, I was gonna say, so how long until after you're moving? Doing shows, you know, doing whatever you're doing until you make it out to town here. Because I guess the story of how we linked up and got together was you were just walking down the street one day. There probably two were from, you know, work, wherever you're working at.
Yeah.
And then my dad, he was walking down the street, just struck up a conversation with you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know, what's going on?
He knew I was new here, so he wanted to chat it up a little bit. And I'm used to stuff like that. So
yeah, for sure.
It was cool. And he was telling me that it sound made music, referring to you, obviously.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, all right, you know, I'm gonna, see what he's talking about because I like that type of stuff.
And when he said he had a studio space set up, were you expecting like a closet and a booth?
I don't know. No, I didn't expect that. I really didn't know what to expect, so that's why I was just like, all right, we're gonna link up and then.
Hell yeah. And from here you saw it because I remember your reaction, which is most people's reaction. They don't expect to walk into a spot like this.
Yeah, you definitely don't. Nice space too. Yeah. Nice space. I like it.
And it's versatile. I mean, we moved shit out of the way and set up a podcast studio in here.
Yeah. You like got the space to do this.
Do
you
recording,
got this division.
Do full bands out here. So hit me up, fellas, ladies, whoever you are out there.
And I'll be getting that information out there too. Definitely. Once I get everything that I need. Y'all gonna have to come check it out.
And that was really my main setback was just like, because I had all my stuff set up in my bedroom, but then I had found out I had a baby on the way. And Riley, my fiance, was like, hey, yo, we got to make some room in here for stuff. And, I was lucky enough that my dad, he got rid of a pool table at the time. And so there's room for me. And now I got to do a little rearranging, but that's no problem at all.
Ain't no problem.
No problem.
Easy fix. Easy fix. You got the space.
All right. So what do you think about living out here in a quiet spot like Cleveland compared to wherever else you're living at?
I like how quiet it is because I get my little space away from whatever it is.
The hustle and bustle. Everybody going nuts.
I don't know. I just like to stay on my own really because don't nothing come good from hanging around everybody, being around everybody. So.
It's funny.
It's nice to have that little space.
Well, it's funny because you run into more opportunities, to link up with people, have these different fun experiences. But then it also brings
and then
bullshit.
Think about it. If I didn't move out here, I probably wouldn't have met you. If I did, it probably would have been way down
later.
The road or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, exactly.
Everything happened for a reason. So
most definitely, hell yeah. No, because I was living over in just St. Peter over there for a year, and I lived mainly downtown above a bar, and that shit was just hectic. I would walk out my front door to people standing on my apartment patio, drunk as hell, smoking cigarettes. Not a place to raise children for sure.
Yeah, definitely not.
And I guess I'm lucky because I got a place by my parents' house. They got a pool and shit to use for the kiddos to swim in.
And then what got me was when I first came here, you walked me through your yard. And I'm thinking where are we going? And you walk into the neighbor's yard, it look like I'm like, what the hell? But then you told me that your houses are right next to each other. So
hell yeah.
It makes sense. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's definitely a blessing for sure because having all this stuff, who else has a pool table in their studio?
Multiple.
With a hot tub, with a pool, with the sauna.
Multiple. Yeah. Oh yeah, the people gonna see what's going on real soon. Trust me, we gotta get that out there. They gonna see what's up.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. So we're pretty much caught up now. What's your plans moving into the future? I know before we started, you were talking about you had some songs for a project ready. You might want to record a little more. You said you got the cover art and shit. So you want to talk about that?
I'm almost done. I'm basically just doing a little EP that I'm trying to drop, just a little solo project.
Right on.
I really want to throw a couple more features on there because I really don't have any.
Okay.
The main point of me dropping this was to have it be more about me. So I made sure I got those songs where it's just those dolo songs, just me. But I do need them couple hard features.
Right on.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, but I'm going back and forth on what tracks to put on, and it's basically done. My cover art's done.
Right. It's just when you put it out, unless you're Kanye, you can't do much else.
And I'm going to tease the cover art, too, because it's hard.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Trevor, because Trevor did my cover art. You know who Trevor is?
I've heard the name, probably. I probably met him, too.
Yeah, he does the cover art, and he does the cover art for Jake and all that type of stuff, too. The live cover art is nice with it.
I guess he was probably on stage with you, dancing around or some shit.
Probably at one point. But yeah, I really wanted to drop this project back in August, around my birthday.
Right,
August
right.
31st, around that area. But, just stuff comes up, man.
Definitely. So, speaking of stuff coming up, what'd you guys have on the docket before the COVID-19 shutdowns happened?
Man, that was
back in March about that, right?
Yeah, that shit was unexpected. I thought, and because I got asthma and shit, I'm like overthinking the situation.
Right.
I'm like, bro.
Keep it 12 feet away from people and shit.
Yeah, I'm looking at everybody different now. Like, oh, what you got?
Exactly.
Yeah, for real, bro. That shit was. But then, yeah. So I don't know. I think around that time what was I doing? I don't think because I wasn't too much focused. Like I would do a few songs here and there, but I wasn't focused on the music.
Right. Yeah.
But I still do my shit here and there when I could, and I don't know, maybe just working and trying to figure out like life situations, dealing with family and
true,
stuff like that.
So you're kind of putting the music on the back burner for a second anyway?
Just because, the more important things had to be taken care of.
Yeah, definitely.
I did my best in those situations.
I know all about that shit now. Even just having a child, you have to reprioritize fucking everything.
And then, I mean, it's not like a bad thing. You just got to take care of the more important things first.
Exactly, yeah. No, yeah, that's
easier that way.
That's the main shit I'm running into too. Is just making sure I'm getting accomplished what I need to get accomplished, and I got time to come out here, make some music, write something like.
Yeah.
Most definitely, and let's see. Other than this COVID shit, the only other crazy shit going on, presidential election, police brutality, all that other fucking crazy shit going on. What do you got to say about all that,
man? See. Yeah, I don't be too much into that, but like I got my own opinion. Everybody got their own opinion,
right? Yeah.
I don't think that I think it's just certain people that that ruin it for everybody. So like those people are the people that should be, getting locked up.
Exactly.
And, it's not that hard to charge the person who really doing that type of shit. Right. Like when you see it, you see what's going on.
But the problem is you're having his coworkers try to tell him, hey, we're punishing you because of some shit, not, knowing that they have dirt on them or whatever else the fuck could be happening.
All type of weird shit, yeah.
Like I said, I work at a place where it's hard for people to find, accountability for shit they do wrong, and we do like paperwork and shit, you know what I'm saying? So when you're playing with people's lives, it's like, which ultimately that's the...
Yeah, bro, that's the thing. It's like, bro, these living human beings just like you, bro. Like but that type of stuff, like because I meet good cops and stuff like that. Like not everybody bad,
right?
You know what I mean? It's just the one in the few. I don't know. So.
Definitely, I kind of have that same opinion where I've met shitty cops. I've met cops that pulled me out of the car to search me, and I've met cops that acted like they didn't smell whatever they smelled, type shit. And
but I actually just talked to somebody about this. He was saying how he was just telling me how the Mankato department or something, how they get like young new people or whatever, like fresh out of college and stuff like that. And I don't know, he was telling me something about this sheriff or something that was parked in the middle of the road, basically like on a highway, but he was going like 55. He got like a big truck or whatever, so he could go like 80 if he really wanted to. Shit was good. But he seen like a cop in the middle of the road. So I don't even know. He basically said that like as he was approaching up to the cop, because he can barely see, all you can see is the back of his lights.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was slowing down, and he got he used to be like a cop or some shit like that. So he had a dash camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
So he knew how fast he was going and shit like that. He could go back and look.
And they threw the cherries on him and shit.
Look, so then he said he basically got down to I don't know, 45 or 30, something like that. He slowed down, Right. And then once he got around the cop flashed his light on, and then boom, pulled him over. And then the son was in the car with him. His son started laughing, are you getting pulled over? And he's like, yeah, I think so, whatever. So there, I guess the cop come up or whatever, and he's like, license and registration or whatever. And he's like, he could tell the dude was just young or whatever. And then he's like, you know why I pulled you over? And his guy's like, to be honest, no, I don't. And then so he said that he was speeding, and he told him that he said that he was coming up so fast behind him that he thought he was gonna hit him. And it was a straight up lie, and the dude knew it. So basically, the point of that story, he was just telling me are like arguing with the police and stuff like that. Like it really don't help the situation, which it don't, because like they feel like they got the authority and shit like that, which they do.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, yeah, he dropped a lot of knowledge on me. So.
Yeah, but it's like worthless authority because there's not much other than a couple years of schooling and a 6-month course that has them, being able to interpret a law book that's 350 years deep, with some shit that's been changed, with some shit that still, is antiquated. Like I think there was a law in Minnesota where it was illegal to be a Native American up until like within 20 years, I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure that just got taken off the law books and shit. What? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, just shit like that. Or, like, even shit about crossing state lines with shoes on types. Like, weird shit. Yeah. Which I don't know why they'd write laws like that. But other than that, yeah, it's just chalked up to human error because nobody can do shit perfectly.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's just about being a decent human being, bro.
Yeah,
that's all it is. I don't get what's so hard about it.
Hey, easier said than done from what I'm seeing. Shit.
True.
Shit. That was deep, bro. What else you got to say about the police? Anything?
Shit. Nah. I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't say too much.
No, I'm fucking with you. But other than that, I don't know. I don't got much else on my docket. What about you? You got some shit you want to talk about?
I ain't talking about some shit, man. We got some time to pass by or not?
No, well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be 30 minutes. It could be 2 hours, whatever the fuck. I just know we haven't really talked about you like promoting a podcast or starting a podcast or any production stuff, but I know that's something we talked about.
Yep, that's something we talked about. So hopefully we can get some started up. It really just come down to me like jotting down my ideas and stuff, which I said I was gonna do. So
right, yeah,
I'll make time for that. And
other than that, you're just kind of ramping up to get back into your music shit. Drop the EP and then see what happens after that.
Yeah, I'm on that. I'm on the music stuff. I'm on my workout stuff. I'm trying to get, right all the way around. Trying to get fitty. All the way around. You know what I mean? So that's like when I'm feeling good, that's when I'm on a roll, like mentally, physically. You feel me? So that helped me with my music.
Right on.
Yeah, so.
Well, I can't see what's coming up next. And yeah, pretty much the same thing, with all this COVID stuff. I've been kind of reshaping what I had to do and kind of restructuring everything. And, I'm not alone here. I'm guessing Triple Falls fellas had to do the same thing. And
just about everybody.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, we made it here now. The setup's fire.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully the video's looking good. Hopefully I'm looking a little less ugly, but
we good. Don't worry about it.
Bet. All right. But other than that, shit, I don't think I got much else unless you want to plug anything else. Tell them to follow you somewhere or whatever.
Follow me on Instagram, Trayaye, TRAYAYE _. Shit, I ain't got much nothing else to talk about really.
Right on.
You want to talk about like?
Not that I can think of. I just want to start recording some shit, man. Right. I got some plans. Let's kick it. All right. Well, hey. I think that's about the end of it. This has been the What You On podcast with Big Kalo, Trey. Yo. Shout out to Triple Falls Productions for the video.
Shout out.
And yeah, we out.
Really? Hey, buddy. Hey. Ooh. Man, nigga, what the fuck going on right here? I so fast at a couple of that bitch. If you stay me up, I ain't giving a shit. Know a couple of niggas put some hoes in your whip. They play that bitch, they did like chill. Venus Serena got racks, little bitch. If you owe me money, I'ma slap that bitch. Pull out her what? My bitch got tits. Matter of fact, what the fuck you got? I can't wait to get these diamonds. I don't really need them, I'm already shining. Swore that nigga got a little gut, but I'm eating good, so she love my body. I love that rat shit, but this shit a hobby. I love my wife, it just did bad as snobby. Better think twice before you try to rob me. Gotta remember, I remember the poverty. I remember the poverty. Yeah, bitch ass niggas. What the fuck wrong with you niggas, man? Let that shit go over your head, leave a nigga dead. You know Bit bad with that bitch, they stuff. If it ain't about cash, I don't get no fuck. I'm a Kansas City nigga, my fans say cuz I'm hot in the bitch, been smoking on rents. Pat her down, we don't do no punts, and you pussy ass nigga don't get no friends. This ain't for a sport, bitch, I'm on a hunt, and I got a meat roll, so go get you one. Trey be on that, Trey be on this, yeah. Bitch, you can stop eating dick. I get to the bag, give a fuck about a bit, I need a push start for the whip. I'm hitting a bean if you need a bit, yeah. For a KT leave you stretch. Nigga keep talking outside of their net. Yeah, he see me, he knew what was best. I died by my brother, we all came from nothing. So we ain't going nuts for none. Yeah, I was really about my bread. Yeah, and he a gingerbread runner. Yeah, bitch, I'm hotter than the sauna. Yeah, bullets hotter than the summer. Yeah, she gon' eat my persona. Yeah, my jack bad like Gunner. Yeah. So we ain't going nuts for none. So we ain't going nuts for nothing.